CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Steve Kathan. Ukraine's president vows to hold Russia accountable for the twin missile attack on a military education facility and a nearby hospital. At least 49 people were killed. CBS's Charlie D'Agata says it happened in a region called Poltava.
It is the most serious attack, most fatal single attack this year. This isn't what we would consider a frontline town like Bakhmut. This is well west of places like Kharkiv, Dnipro. It's a place that we would stay regularly and feel relatively safe, at least 100 miles from the Russian border. President Zelensky is essentially appealing to Western leaders, saying we need long-range weapons. We need the permission to use these long-range weapons.
2 U.S. Marines are safe in Turkey after a group of people attacked them. CBS's Holly Williams reports a nationalist group is accused of carrying it out.
Video of the incident shows a group of men forcing a bag over the head of one of the Marines as they restrain him and chanting, "Yankee, go home." Now, the U.S. military says the Marines were not injured and are now back on board their ship, and Turkish authorities say they've detained 15 people in connection with the assault.
CBS's Imtiaz Sayeb says thousands of critics of Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu are expected to turn out again tonight in Israel, protesting the lack of a Gaza deal to free hostages.
They think he believes that if he ends the war in Gaza, that it will lead to the collapse of his government, and that if elections were called today, that Mr. Netanyahu would lose. And why is this bad for him? There's a number of corruption cases waiting for him, and many believe that if those cases do go to trial, he will be convicted and he will go to jail.
Well, now to Washington, CBS's Scott McFarland tells us it's sentencing day for a New York man convicted of phoning in threats.
According to the Department of Justice, Addie Lilly made approximately 12,000 harassing, menacing, and at times threatening phone calls targeting more than 50 congressional offices nationwide. And according to the court filings, it was often staffers picking up the phone on the receiving end of those calls. Prosecutors will ask for 18 months in prison at sentencing today.
New research finds people with low rates of depression took weight loss drugs Wegovy and Ozempic for 15 months to 2 years with no major increase in depression or suicidal thoughts. Tom Wadden of the University of Pennsylvania led the study.
Patients with overweight and obesity are at higher risk of depression than patients of average weight. And if you're treating somebody with overweight or obesity, you do need to be sensitive to the possibility of depression.
The Dow is down 440. This is CBS News.
Well, that's today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I'd like to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody. It's 68 degrees in Lathrop, California.